Science. Science. Oh, so wonderful as people think that it is. Modern science will tell you we do use 100% of our brain. But no, you see, Einstein said we only use 10% of our brain's potential. He didn't say we only use 10% of the parts of our brain. Science has proven we use 100% of all of the physical parts of our brain. You know, parts needed to see, to listen, to interpret. And I'm no scientist, so what I'm about to say is really just my opinion. And I hope someone goes down this path. Because that's like saying, I'll use the human body and a computer as an analogy. I think we all use 100% of our bodies. We use our hands to write, our mouths to talk, our eyes to see, our feet to walk. But if you're just doing the basics, you're only arriving at a certain percentage at the capacity of what the human body is truly capable. Until you're doing, martial arts, acrobatics, gymnastics, dancing, then you're not using its potential to 100%. You're only using about 10%. So I would say people like Jackie Chan have learned to use his body to 100% of its capacity. And that's what I think of the human brain, or that there's room for 90% improvement in how we think, the way we think. I'm going to use a computer as an analogy now because I think this is a better analogy. A high-end gaming system. Imagine that. Now, imagine you're doing very little with it. You're just sitting there. You turn it on and it's sitting there being on. It's using all of its parts. It's using the motherboard, the CPU, the graphics chip. Well, probably not using the sound card until you play music. But until you run a super high-end video game running at max settings, full ball, that computer is not using 100% of its potential until you run that high-end video game. For me, what I think about using the brain's capacity more is how spatial awareness, but at a higher level than just physical objects. The understanding of what two unrelated objects are and how they relate to each other. That's spatial awareness. But take that to the next idea, understanding what two unrelated ideas are and how they can relate to each other. Not just that, but the quicker a person can solve something like that, the more of their brain I think they're using, the more efficiently they have taught themselves how to use their own brain. And I don't really know much more on the subject other than to say what I've just said. But again, I'm convinced Einstein was right, that we only use 10% of our brain's potential. We might use 100% of the parts in our brain. Anyway, now I'm just repeating myself. So please share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. That is all. Thank you very much. Good day.